Hi, it's Gail with Gail Southern Living. This video is going to be on how to fill a container. So this is a previous Christmas tote that we had that for some reason the lid has disappeared. So I decided to go ahead and put some holes in it. So step one is to drill holes. So I drilled some holes in the very bottom, also in the sides, to give this plenty of drainage, and on the sides I did toward the bottom. So that is step one, drill some holes. All right, step two, we're going to add some sticks, and you just decide how many you want. It's a good filler and it helps with aeration, and it will break down eventually into soil. So step one is drill your holes. Step two, add sticks. Let's see what step three is. Step three, add leaves. It'll take up space in your container and it will turn into leaf mulch, which is good for nitrogen in your soil. So I'm going to fill this container a few more times. I'm actually doing this in the front yard to pick up some sticks from our yard in the front, because I've mostly picked up all the sticks in the backyard. So I thought today I'll clean up the front yard little by little by adding it to this container. And the water hose is over here because I actually water my area where I keep my compost to help it to break down. And hubby runs over the leaves and breaks them into smaller pieces. So there's some of those smaller pieces breaking down up underneath the leaves that have recently fallen. Okay, so here I go digging up some dirt to add to the bucket. And I have a cat on my lap, so that's helpful. And see, when I see this greenery growing over here, instead of putting it in the bucket I'm doing right now, I actually pull it out and throw it to another area to let it break down for next year's compost. And I know that I haven't gone into an area and used the compost if it has some greenery growing in it. So I remove the greenery and throw it to next year's compost. Miley's trying to help me over here. Okay, I would normally be adding black cow at this point, but I'm out. So the compost does have some chicken manure in it, so that's going to suffice for my manure. So what is going to be step 5? All right, next we're going to add some amendments to it. So what are we going to add today? I have some, just for some diversity in the soil. And also, I also have some fertilizer. All right, and some bone meal, blood meal. I'm just going to sprinkle some of that in there. All right, I am going to mix that in, but I'm going to add a couple more things before I do mix that in. All right, for the next thing, because this is container gardening, I'm going to add some perlite. And I'll probably add some more to the top. Okay, I'm going to add some soil, make sure to get it nice and broken up here. This isn't the most expensive soil, which is why I try to focus on amendments and perlite and things like that. Once I get enough soil in there, I'm going to mix it all up, and then I will plant my seed. So hang on to see what I end up planting in it. Okay, now I'm going to mix in the perlite and even dig a little deeper in there to where the other amendments are. and get this nice and mixed up. Since I already have the dirty gardening fingers, I'll just do it with my hands. And that way it'll have a compost and the store-bought soil. Mix the perlite. We have the fertilizer down there and the bone meal. We're kind of digging in there where we're getting all that mixed up. And I don't ever like to get it all the way to the very top of the container because I like to be able to add amendments. So I will list this, what I've added in the description box for you in case you're a visual learner or want to screenshot that. And let me show you what I'm going to plant in it. All right, so when am I going to plant in this container? Now that I have it all mixed up, I did some more mixing off camera. So I am going to plant some pumice grass. So I did plant this seed last year, but I planted it in the ground and it got a lot of weeds and it seemed like it never really came up. So probably you should only put 2 or 3 in here, but I'm going to put like a bunch because I want to make sure I get some, and this will really make the yard look very pretty. And this is colorful pumice grass, so I'll show some pictures at the end of this video if you guys want to see what the pumice grass looks like. But wish me luck that I will actually get this going this year. Thank you guys for watching this video today of me planting my pumice grass and showing you how I amend my containers for the best success. I've had several years of doing this. Like I said, I usually do add black cow, but I ran out. But I had a lot of other good amendments, so I think it should be good. I hope you guys will try this method, and probably a lot of you guys already know this stuff, but maybe for some of you beginning gardeners, maybe you learned something from this video. So you guys have a great day. Be blessed. Do something kind, guys. Bye, everybody. Happy growing. Ugh.